everyone. We're going to be looking at page 43 with scale drawings and scale models. I'm looking at page 43 right now. Several practice problems on here, just comparing a model to an actual. So we already have our our ratio, model to actual. So we're just going to kind of fill that in. We're going to go from there. We're going to start here with our model over actual, keeping that in our minds. So let's look at number 5, for example. We have a boat, and the actual boat is 128 inches. And the model boat, it says, is 8 inches. So I have the model, 8 inches, to the actual, which is 128 inches. Now our question here is finding the scale factor. Remember, all that the scale factor really is a simplified version of this ratio of the model to the actual. What I really want to find out most times is 1 inch is going to be equal to how many inches on the actual. So what we need to do here is I'm going to fill it in as x. That's the part that we don't know. So what we are doing is cross multiplying. I'm going to switch colors here. It's not as easy as clicking a button on the smartboard, but it's alright. We still have different colored markers, even though it's 2013. We are going to cross multiply, and remember our cross products should be equal to each other. And in this case, since we don't know what x is, I know that they're going to be equal to each other because I'm going to fill in a number that makes it equal. So 128 times 1 is 128, and 8 times x is 8x. From here, we're thinking in terms of algebra. What's happening to our x, and how do we undo it? If I do it on one side, I have to do it on the other side. So let's get started. X is being multiplied by 8, so this is a really easy fix. All we're going to do is divide by 8. If I do that on one side, I have to do it on the other. So I end up needing to solve 128 divided by 8. All that's left over here is x, and I get 16. Now I can plug this back in to get my scale factor. My scale factor really is going to be 1 inch equals 16 inches. So I might write it as using the colon, I may write it as a fraction, 1 to 16. We could write it with the words 1 inch to 16 inches. Lots of ways, remember, to write this proportion. I'm sorry, I said proportion again. These ratios, lots of ways to write these ratios that are all correct. We could also even state that the actual boat is 16 times larger than the model boat. So basically what we know is that every inch on the model equals 16 inches on the actual boat. So solve all of those very similarly. Some of them may have a decimal. It's okay. Let's go ahead and stick with keeping our model as 1 inch. I want to know, or 1 foot, or 1 unit. But I want a 1 unit up there, sort of like a unit rate. Okay? Watch this video again if you have any more questions.